Hey people, Infantry here, 3v3, Khatrin Purification Plant, blue team. It's Fritz with a Force Commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support. Alongside Ziil, there he goes, as a Mekboy, a teleporting hero that fights in ranged combat, puts out some good damage and has a bunch of Orky gadgets. Rounding off the blue team, 2Booty with a Ravener Alpha, a tunneling hero with great mobility, powerful offense and a bit of support, begins with a ranged weapon but can get specialized melee gear. Red team, Bebop is a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support, fights in melee combat, begins with a refractor shield. This is the Death Core of Krieg DLC. Alongside Techno, saying hello to the Mekboy with his Warp Spider Exarch, a teleporting hero that fights in ranged combat, great for capping and harassing with some powerful control abilities. Looks like the two teleporting heroes went for that central power and the Mekboy got it, and the Mekboy has loaded it, and look, they haven't got these central points yet. It's a gamble from Techno to try and get it, didn't pay off. Rounding off the team though is Bum9 with a Warboss, a melee hero that can walk through objects for regular offense, disruption and support from the front line and perpetual anger. He's got a Force Commander on his side, so I'm sure that'll calm him down, right? Got double shooters for both the mech players, double termagants for 2Booty, triple guardsmen for Bebop. Warp Spider's been caught here. Red team did cap this though. Maybe they should have got their natural points though, eh? The power's taken, that wreck point is not taken. Sluggers have their burners up, but I'm not sure if they can approach this very well. Not sure if the Banshees can either. We don't have toxin sacks yet, but as you can see, just focus them and they can't get in there. Mekboy should maybe be trying to tie things up with his teleport. Too much damage the Sluggers took. Incredibly, didn't drop a model though. Mekboy comes in and forces them off. Yeah, they're going to have to take the west side pretty easily. Lord Commissar was busy taking his contested wreck points. Gets them, puts his shield up. Not sure how long he's going to be able to hold out. Should be able to get some models down though, eh? Is he going to fight? Mekboy teleports in to start getting the DPS on. Shield has gone already. Does get in. Oh, runs away. Could have got a couple of swings with his sword, I think. In the mid, these Dire Avengers are very confused about this power node. What are you going to do about it, fellas? There we go. They're shooting. Tactical Marines coming forward to decap the wreck point. Oh, bunch of Orks died. In fact, I think these are brand new shooter boys. I think they lost Sluggers and shooter boys over here. Shotgun scouts and a Force Commander did get away. Blue team now creeping forward, capping up those contested wreck points. And the Death Gun is in for the Mekboy. A shaky start for the red team. A bit of a weird start too. Did they get their power? They did finally get their power. And they're killing a bunch of Orks here. Look at this. Bad positioning from Ziil. Got caught from two sides. That guardsman coming in the other way. Is that stubbornness up? No, it's Aura of Discipline. That's right. Those periodic heals on nearby allies. Pretty powerful accessory, especially since you don't need to micro it all. Just does its thing. And Carapace armor on the way. Sluggers looking for a fight. Might be outnumbered here though. Double Dire Avengers also shooting at him. Banshees eat a shotgun. This is Fritz. Did he just use a tunnel? That sounds like heresy. Special attack there misses. Shuriken Cannon now on the field by Techno. Brings it really far up. Where's it going? I'm not sure. You should attack the tunnel though. There you go. Still trying to get that node down. The tunnel is dealt with. You get some red and some XP for it. Red team got straight back onto the VP, and that's because Ziil pushed up a little bit too much. Overextended, got caught from two sides. 2Booty is still in play. Has Adrenal Gland Hormagaunts. Toxin Sacks are in. And a Warrior Brood. These guys act as a Synapse creature, so they'll buff surrounding non-Synapse creatures. And they'll also explode when they die, so be careful of that. Banshees could get in on them and chop them up pretty well. These guys have heavy infantry armor and power melee damage by default. There's a risky power bash here, 2Booty. Got one gen, yeah, but needs to keep moving. Doesn't want to retreat through this because there's grenade and there's Banshees there. Oh man, they got close enough for base turrets. This is bad. Has to do a full retreat. Warrior Brood, I think are going to be alright. There's some grenades going out, but they missed. Got away with it and also bought his team some time because the red team chased back 2Booty all the way there. And now blue team putting pressure on again. Tactical Marines are actually in melee stance. This is bad because Banshees are right there. Banshees are devouring those guys. And they disappeared. Did they die? Nope. One model does die. Stormboy's now jumping in from Bum9. Big misplay from Fritz. Probably didn't remember that they were on melee stance from previous engagements, tying up shooters or something. Stormboy's having some fun jumping around, smacking stuff with their power weapons. And yeah, strong comeback from the red team, I think. Blue team again kind of blundered into that engagement. Oh, we got Stormboys from Ziil as well. But he's only got shooters left now. Ravener Brood from 2Booty, they're still looking pretty strong. Maybe they can hold down the west side a little bit. Fully kitted out Force Commander, Lord Commissar now has a power sword. There's that Carapace. Improves his execution inspire courage ability. Stormboys have found some dire Avengers and are not really paying attention here. Oh, grenade. Decent grenade. Got one of them. More Stormboys jumping in from Bum9. And those guys having to jump out. Kind of. Two of them did. The others got very confused. It's a weird tier 1 so far. Fritz is in tier 2 though, and Ziil has just gone. More pressure from 2Booty now, trying to get onto the power. Trying to get those guardsmen in melee. Maybe a crippling poison on this Lord Commissar, perhaps has already been used. Now has a shuriken to deal with, but the warriors get straight onto it. Sloppy there from Techno, who goes tier 2. Banshees though on retreat path. I think the warriors are too far away from him though. I think that was decent play from 2Booty. Maybe he could have stabilized a little bit here, but stabilizing against 2 is going to be tough, so put a little bit of pressure on. Kept them back a bit. Got a little bit of damage on the power gen, I think. There's crippling poison on those Stormboys. Still jump while you're crippled, but I guess I don't have the energy for it. What's this Dakar I'm hearing? It's over here. Big shooters on the shooter boys, but they were getting suppressed, so there's nothing they could do. Pretty dicey for these guys to jump them as well because of the Banshees. Catching some Stormboys in a very strange retreat path. And actually got a couple of them. Warp Spider finishes this cap. 385 to 443. There's the 2-1 for the red team again. And a Death Dread is on the way for Ziil. What's going on east side? 2 gens on this power being stolen by the Tactical Marines. You have a Thunderhammer Force Commander and Teleporter pack as well. Warboss has nothing up in terms of war gear. Neither does the Warp Spider. Mekboy with the Death Gun, of course. And Crippling Talon for the Ravener Alpha. Going to get suppressed, but should be able to get the decap. Banshees are not paying attention. Checking their hair. Are you guys going to burrow strike or is it too dangerous? They got the decap. Stormboys here could jump in. These fellas with a knob leader too. There it is. Going to stun that shuriken. They need some support though. 2Booty should be burrow striking here. But does not. Warrior Brooder coming in. Those Stormboys holding their own. Did very well. Banshees also forced off. Stormboys now out of there. Did they even drop a model? They didn't. That's amazing. It's a miracle. It's an Orky miracle. Here's a Falcon from Techno. Support vehicle for Eldar. Can reinforce and transport allied infantry. Some decent firepower for a transport too. Can damage all targets reasonably well. And here's a Death Dread. Burners and bits on the way. We'll give it 300 more hit points and some burners. There you go. Looks like it's backing off though. Often used to burn down enemy generators, that thing. But it can get into some melee fun as well. Breaking stuff there. So the Falcon is the big threat to it at the moment. Obviously outranges it and does some decent damage. Banshees do have the aspect of strength, so they could get their heavy melee spear, although fighting a Death Dread in melee is going to be dicey for them. Falcon messing up some shooter boys now. Tank busters on the field for Ziil. Powerful anti-vehicle unit. There's that barrage, or they just missed the Falcon though. That barrage might have one-shotted it with a volley afterwards. Techno's going to lose his Falcon. Just parked it in a bad place. Just a failure of micro there a little bit. Sometimes you kind of freeze up when you see a bunch of stuff all at once. You've got tank busters to deal with, the Death Dread to deal with, the Stormboys coming in. Didn't react. Howling Banshees do have their Exarch. You see her there with the fancy spear. Are we going to see a Bright Lance? Not yet. Keeping a Shuriken, and there is still value in it. Look at Fritz. Down to scouts. What happened, buddy? Not sure what happened. Maybe they tried to save their tactical marines with this thing and it didn't quite pay off. Going to get the Force Commander, I think. Yep. Knob Leader got him. Headbutt and a big old axe to the face. And now they're on the power with a Power Claw Warboss. Fritz goes tier 3. Bum9 doesn't have a huge army, but hey, it's bigger than the scout squad. Ork Spiders called in, I think, from Techno, exploding some tank busters. Those tank busters have kind of already done the job. Took out the Falcon. Red team grabbed the west side, 310 to 443. Mekboy maybe wants to reface a little bit. I guess there's nothing to shoot at the moment. And blue team are going to retake. Here's the Cult of Speed Global on the Death Dread, speeding it up from the Mekboy. Also lowers the cooldown of its weapons, although it doesn't affect the Death Dread that much. We'll shoot these burners a bit more, I guess. Got some plasma gun guardsmen here. Wow, all three of them. Maybe that's a little bit of an overinvestment at this stage, and maybe they want to really take care of this warrior brood, eh? And of course, possible knob squads and stuff in tier 3. Banshees might be able to get a flank. Warrior brood are already out of it. I think the Dire Avengers should edge forward a little bit to try and get in position for grenades on retreat. Oh, they're just chucking them in now. A little bit of friendly fire, but I think they killed some enemy stuff. They killed some Hormagaunts, I think. But probably maybe one Banshee too. Oh, Mekboy is still being a nuisance, suppressing his entire lot. Warp Spider's going to try and tie him up in melee so he can't shoot. Oh, they got rid of him. They got rid of him. These guys all have Commissars, so they are pumping out really a pretty good amount of damage with those plasma guns. Can they stay safe? Can they get their shots off though if they're not being like tied up in melee by Raveners and stuff? Fritz still with a scout squad. He's got a Force Commander up now, fighting some Storm Boys. That's what the Thunderhammer's for. Artificers in. And Shotgun Scouts do have their Sergeant. It's not a good fight for you, Storm Boys, yeah. Full health Scouts, you got 3 models and they got shotguns. Comes the Warboss. Gonna be big chunks of damage to that Force Commander. Puts his battle cry up so he can't be knocked over and gets the cap. Knocks him over. Might want to run away though. Oh, or teleport away. Fair enough. West side uncapped. Double tank busters here now for Ziil. Fritz, what are you saving up for, buddy? He maybe wants the red for Terminators. Anti-armor Stormtroopers throwing their Melter Bomb on the Death Dread, now getting Melter Gun shots in. And a Bright Lance is going to help finish it off. There we go. Did a good job though, I think. Forced some anti-vehicle purchase. And smacked a bunch of stuff, I'm sure. Tank Buster Barrage. They can't see the webway, but Ziil would have just seen those guys appear out of nowhere. And deduced where the webway was, so took it out with a barrage. Fair play. The barrage does cost you red as Orks, but it's really powerful. It's insane. Level 4 Commissar into the Hormagaunts, but they have some support here. Getting melee synapse from the Warrior Brood, in fact. Yeah, took a hell of a lot of damage there. Does get away to that red debuff circle. That's from the Crippling Poison. Sorry, the Crippling Talon of the Raven Alpha. More Tank Buster barrages. You can use it to initiate engagements with that disruption there. Allow the Tyranids to get in, maybe. Base turrets coming into play now. Be careful, Tyranids. What's this? It's some Orks capping the red team's natural. 298 to 381. Red team a little bit depleted here, but hey, so is the blue team. Aside from 2Booty, nobody can preserve their units in this game, it seems. Super well. Here comes the Seer Council. Tier 3 for Bebop. Looks like Ziil is the only player in Tier 2 now. And a Neurothrope is up for 2Booty. Special unit that can deal with large amounts of infantry pretty well. Limited to one of them. I guess it's a sub-commander, or maybe it's a super unit. Maybe it's a bit of both. Stormboy's got the decap. And here's some Terminators from Fritz. Did not go for Assault Terminators, though. Against an Orc, where you'd be expecting Nob Squad, or 2 or 3. You'd expect to see some Assault Terminators to lightning claw their faces off. But they've gone for the Assault Cannon. They already have Librarian support as well. We'll see what they do. Uh-oh. Stormboys have found a Neuro Throat. He's trying to use the Leech Essence thing. Absorb life, sorry, to drain some health off those guys. And they get it. And there's a Rocks just in case they didn't get it. Well done. That's like a hit squad of Stormboys there. Neuro Throat didn't last long. Poor bastard. 1-to-1 cap here. VPs are pretty much evened up. Level 7 Force Commander has done some work. Only level 2 Warboss. He just got revived, I think. Lots of fighting over that power point. Speaking of power points, we have a power bash here by all the guardsmen. The Mekboy is kicking the Warp Spider. Oh man, that's nasty. Seer Council and Howling Banshees on your range stuff. Seer Council are a squad of Warlocks, basically, that can leap into combat, have power melee weapons, and have this range damage resistance aura that they themselves benefit from. You see those blue effects there. Pretty good range on it too. Pretty strong, those fellas. Librarian getting a decap. He's got his 4 staff. Terminator just looked at the Warp Spider. He's quickly died. Lots of Dakar. Lots of Terminator Dakar there. Lehman Russ on the way for Bebop. First Nob Squad is from Ziil. And another Neuro Throat from 2Booty. Just as I said, they were preserving their stuff well. They're down to 3 units. The Curse of Indrid knows no bounds. Autark drop in. But looks like I think the Banshees took a lot of damage coming in there, and being disrupted, of course, by the Force Commander doesn't work. Doesn't help. If the Banshees and the Seer Council got onto those Terminators, they would tear them up. But that Force Commander is going to be there to disrupt them, I suppose. And the Librarian can do some smiting and his Force Barrier if he catches them coming in. Level 3 Warrior Brood, those guys have done well. Haven't really seen the Guardsmen being able to like open up on them from a good range. There is a Lord Commissar, he's right there. He's got Stubbornness now. Forget Discipline. There's the Nob Squad. Powerful tier 3 melee units that can go toe to toe with anything, especially with their upgrades. Getting meaner and greener up, and now the Nob Leader is on the way. Guy has over 1,000 hit points by himself, the Nob Leader. That was a little bit of paroxysm you saw. Here's the Lehman Russ. Gone for the Executioner, 226 to 279. I think Red Team will take this, maybe. Oh, maybe not. Here comes a bunch of Orky stuff, including Tank Busters and the Nob Squad with their heavy melee weapons. They can tear apart a tank if they can get to it. The Executioner does really good damage to Nobs, though, as you can see. If it catches them bunched up like that, especially. Really good damage, and they have some Plasma Gun Guardsmen, too. Here's your Tank Busters. Getting a bit too far forward, Mr. Lehman Russ. Trying to finish off the Tank Busters, I think, maybe. Now needs to flee from the Nob Squad, and they got close enough to start their melee charge. Taking a lot of damage, though. It's a lot of Plasma. Have their hammers up now, so they are fully upgraded. Now as they start to get levels, they'll get exponentially harder to deal with huge amounts of hit points. Here's some more Nobs, though, from Bum9. And this is a Warboss supporting them. Well, he's down at the moment, but he's got some amazing global abilities that can support Nobs. Hard Boys, User Choppers. Autark has her Spear. You've got a Venom Brood up alongside the Neuro Throat now. And some late game Hormagaunts for 2Booty. Not sure what the thinking is there. Yeah, they can tie stuff up and cap stuff, but they're going to be level 1. They're going to drop pretty fast to some of this tier 3 stuff. Getting a decap is the Autark. Blue team coming back strong. Webway is dealt with, but everything got out in time to take part. Seer Council quickly forcing off the Warlock. There's a Paroxysm doing percentage-based damage per second from the Neuro Throat. Yeah, Seer Council could be a handful. Huge amounts of damage, good mobility, and they disrupt you as well. And they deal with those Tyranids alongside the Banshees there. Uh-oh, Tank Buster Barrage. You might need to move, Mr. Leman Russ. Oh, they overshot it. They thought that the Leman Russ was going to keep moving there. They might have finished it off if it hit it. Can they finish the Tank Busters? They can. They still have one squad left, Ziil. Topsy-turvy game. We have another Leman Russ, and he's going for Executioner again. Ziil goes for another Nob squad. With double Executioner Leman Russes and Stormtroopers and double Plasma Guards, when they can really pour damage onto those Nobs. Gonna need to time the Frenzy usage to get the most benefit. When they're all firing, use your Frenzy. Orks might have been saved by the enemy's Plasma Cannon shot there. I think it's gonna be alright. Orks gets away. She's fine. Looks like the Leman Russes are both fully repaired. Need to get moving though. As soon as you see the Nob squad, start moving. You don't want them to get close enough to start their charge. Massive amounts of damage here. Here's the Raven Alpha, now has Acid Splatter. Regenerate, and the Synapse Aura for damage. Acid Splatter is a splash damage melee weapon. Is it power melee? It is power melee, but the splash damage is not power melee. Pretty nasty melee weapon though. Lots of damage to the Nob squad there. Might want to support them with the battery pack. Nope. We have a Mega Rumbler. Maybe a Pain Boy would be good too. Meanwhile, east side, it's a webway going up here, I think. That is a ballsy place to put a webway. Look at the Seer Council tearing stuff up. Alongside some Storm Boys, and they're buffing those Storm Boys, remember. Yeah, Fritz is in trouble. Got doubled, now has a Rocks on base. Looks like the Terminators have avoided it. I think it killed one of them though. But they reinforced that guy. Librarian runs away. And they're going to get a full power bash, I think. Warboss level 3 now. And you've got some Assault Terminators coming in now from Fritz. Should have been Assault Terminators to begin with, I think. Leman Russ is doing their thing, but they can't get onto the VP. Needs some support from Techno, I think. Who's back at base, uses the webway. Are there any webways on this side? There's one here. Not sure which one they're using. Oh, Rocket Run from Bebop. Killed the Venom Brood. That keeps the Leman Russes a bit safer. There's a Paroxysm there, but Guards aren't too fussed about that. Here comes a Nob squad. Tank Busters as well. The Mekboy should maybe get his Beamy Death Gun up. And I'm surprised you haven't seen any support come out for these Nobs. No battery pack, no super tough beam, no Pain Boy. Can really make them exponentially more dangerous if you support them with buffs. Like this, there's the Warboss putting use your choppers on those Nobs there to fight the other Nobs. Absolute bedlam. The Leman Russes are still alive. And the use your choppers Nobs are doing a good job there, supported by the Seer Council, of course. Yeah, Seer Council and Banshees, just by themselves, would do a hell of a lot of damage to a Nob squad. Depending on if they had Frenzy available and stuff. In fact, the Ziil just dropped one of their Nob squads altogether. See the bodies here. Got it done. And now it's Bum9 with 2 Nob squads. Blue team looking depleted. They might have been broken here. I've gotten nuked twice, says 2Booty. So 3v3 for you, buddy. We have a Venom Cannon Carnifex now. Try and take on those Leman Russes. Getting some shots. Only got one shot, I think. Yeah, this is pretty nasty, these Leman Russes over here. We don't have, we still don't have a repair bunker or anything. 189 to 140, another Nob squad on the way for Ziil. It's a good Tank Buster barrage there. Stormboy's jumping into the back lines though. Tearing up the Mekboy. Can they kill him? Very nearly killed him. I like that the Nob leader headbutted him there. We have Lightning Claw Assault Terminators, and these guys will tear through almost any amount of infantry, it seems. Definitely deal with a Nob Squad 1v1. They might even be able to deal with 2 of them if they're not leveled up. Do we have levels on these guys? Level 2 and still level 1. Tankbuster Barrage and a Neurothrope's Paroxysm. Force Commander's level 10. He's killed a lot of Orks, I guess. Getting stuck in with his Thunderhammer. Downside of Lightning Claws, of course, is that you're not super effective against vehicles. Doesn't really have any AV, actually, Fritz. Focused on tearing up infantry. 173 to 140 on the VPs. Baneblade hits the field for Bebop. It's close. Blue team are keeping themselves in this. See what this Acid Splatter Ravener does against these knobs now. Cataclysm goes in from the Neurothrope. I guess Paroxysm must be in cooldown. There it is. There's the Paroxysm. And that does a lot of damage to those knobs. Acid Splatter doing some work there. I think they're both going to get away, those squads, though. Yeah, both the knob squads barely get away. 2 models and 3 models. There's a Mega Rumbler now. There's absolute chaos. And we don't even have any Chaos Space Marines. And the blue team grabbed the VP there. 173 to 140. Baneblade is awfully close to those knobs. They've already taken out 1 Leman Russ. Avatar now joins the fight from Techno. Super unit for Eldar. Powerful in combat and provides passive bonuses to nearby allied infantry. That was a good Emperor's Wrath from Bebop, actually. Took out a Nob Squad of Ziil. And the other one is persuaded to leave. Ziil only has knobs now. Can the Fist of Brockus finish it off? Looks like it got away. Level 8 Commissar. That was an awesome Emperor's Wrath we saw. Baneblade took a chunk of damage, but it's alright. Still has double guardsman to repair it too. I can catch a breath, maybe. Gene's still a brood on the field for 2Booty. Melee superiority unit, and they can do very well against knobs if they have melee synapse support. Hasn't fully reinforced those guys though. No, they didn't wait for their reinforcement to come in. And another Carnifex. Maybe a Thornback. Go toe-to-toe with the knobs. Help disrupt them and stuff. Red team are taking the VP. Avatar's lying in wait. Look at this now. You've got the Avatar buffs. You've got the Seer Council buffs. This is a nasty melee blob. Oh, the Banshees level 4 they must be. They're not. Getting their Exarch back. Land Raider Redeemer on the way for Fritz. Techno goes straight for the VP alongside the Orks. That's good play there. Need to get on that natural. Yeah, and stand here. Why not? So there's those Lightning Claw Assault Terminators. And they will tear apart an Avatar as well. Avatar has super heavy infantry armor, not the vehicle. Nob Squad going in maybe a little bit too early. Get rid of the Banshees though. And the Seer Council got stunned by something. Oh, the Mega Rumbler. And are forced to retreat. Avatar taking a lot of damage here. It's a good Wrath of Cain. But now you need to get out of there, buddy. Right Lance serving as a distraction maybe. No, keep moving, Mr. Avatar. Blue team hitting back strong. So the second Carnifex. Oh, it's another Venom Cannon. I guess he's going after those Imperial Guard vehicles. There's a Lightning Claw Terminators. Don't want to overextend too much. Can't retreat, of course. Now they're getting stuck into the knobs, so that is maybe too much even for those guys to deal with. Frenzy is popped in there. Another Wrath of Cain. The cooldown on the Avatar's abilities seems to be very, very low. Can use them a hell of a lot. Gene's still a brood now going on the Avatar with a Nob Squad alongside. Madness, and there's a Torrent formation. Smite being thrown in. 98 to 115. Not sure how much strategy they can apply here. It's just about paying attention to your units, choosing your targets well, microing them effectively, timing your abilities and stuff, and, you know, not sending your librarian into 2 Nob Squads to fight. It's going to die. That's the kind of lapse that can cost you. Fire Prism on the way for Techno. Blue team doing an amazing job staying in this game. Look at their units. Is anything capping there? It's the Lord Commissar capping. Terminator's now taking a whole bunch of DACA. They can shrug off piercing damage pretty well. And there's the Force Commander getting in, disrupting the hell out of everything. And now a Land Red Redeemer. He's very far forward. I guess the plan was to go for the natural VP. But to wade into this much heavy melee is it's maybe not wise. Taking a hell of a lot of damage here. And Mekboy maybe can save them with some suppression. Nope. Down goes the Land Raider. Didn't get to do a whole lot. That was a very strange path to take it on there. Now an orbital from a frustrated Fritz, I think. Hit some Eldar stuff. Did the Seer Council hit level 4? They did. Got over 3,800 hit points at level 4. It's crazy. What's going on west side? Whole bunch of stuff, including a rocket run. Doesn't hurt the Carnifexes very much. But got the Ravenous Alpha out of there. Lots of damage on the Baneblade. There's a Rocks now. Manticore is also over here, desperately trying to repair stuff. These guardsmen. Rocks gets them off the VP. Here come the knobs of Ziil. And they need to do a hell of a lot of work here. They're going for the Baneblade. They found the rear armor. They might be able to get this. Frenzy's up. Down goes the Leman Russ. Down goes the Baneblade. That's a big win. The Carnifex has got the Leman Russ, I think. And down goes the Manticore as well. Bebop needs to recover. Has tons of resources, though. Needs to get something up quickly enough to make a difference. To have some kind of impact. More Tyranids called in without number used. Global ability of all Tyranid heroes. And there's your Fire Prism. It's another Baneblade. I'm not sure if that's a great idea with the double knob squads and these Venom Cannon Carnifexes too. They've got some reinforcing to do, those guys, but I think Ziil can do it. Really surprised we still don't see some support for those guys. They've got a Beamy Death Gun on the way. It's a level 10 mech. No super tough beam. No Avataste from the battery pack. Yeah, Carnifexes need to back away here. Warboss is pissed. He's got his heavy armor and that power claw, of course. Blue team now have the contested VP. How about that? 35 to 91. Genestealer Brood have found some isolated Storm Boys and get rid of them. There's that Paroxysm again. This Neurothrope, this second Neurothrope, has been very good for the blue team. Fritz, you're going to buy some units, buddy. He might be waiting for more Terminators. Needs a bunch of red, though. I think he should get something up now. Some Devastators or something. One of the Carnifexes is down. Was that an anti-grav grenade? Yeah, it was. Where the heck are you people, says 2Booty. He's got a good point. His allies not able to preserve stuff super well. Apologies if you heard my phone go off. I have now silenced it like an angry Inquisitor. Baneblade is going to hit the field in time. 35 to 69. Red team will get the 2-1 now. Knobs versus Knobs. Don't see any Warboss buffs going in. There's the Mega Rumbler, though. That could even up the fight. I guess the Mega Rumbler is a support ability, right? Just massive amounts of disruption. Certainly can help your units out. Paroxysm was thrown in there too. I think that was an Emperor's Wrath. Whacked out some Termagants, maybe? Not sure what was there. Now he's got to fight some Genestealers, though. So level 10 Lord Commissar. All the heroes just level 10 now. Nope, the Ravenous Alpha is level 7. And the Warp Spider and the Warboss aren't level 10 either. 26 to 67. Blue team have both natural VPs. What is going on? It was the Force Commander for the Emperor. Grab the VP. Now, I thought he was going to just fight to the death there. But he just teleports out and gets away to fight another day. Or another engagement, maybe. Leman Russ out for Bebop. We'll see how this second Baneblade does. Good hit with the Demolisher Cannon. Genestealer Brood with their Rending Claws upgrade, are a heavy melee unit. Southern Eldar support from the Webway, and there's Lehman Russ. Nob Squad are on the VP. Another Land Raider Redeemer from Fritz. Did not get the red for Terminators, so decided to spend some resources, I suppose. Something is trying to steal that contested power. What is going on? It's a Stormboy squad. Avatar hits a decent Wailing Doom. 1-to-1 cap here. It's so close. How have blue team been able to hold on this much? I don't think the red team have done anything like titanically bad. Well, there we go. Down goes the fire prison. Didn't last super long. Can anything cap this VP here? Warboss is coming to sort it out. He's got his trophy rack now. Goes in on the Terminators. It's a risky fight. They are pretty low though. Take out one of them. After they used their teleport already. Have they already used it and he doesn't have a librarian anymore? There's the teleport. They do get away. Barely, but they get away. Land Raider hits the field. So can they bring it over to this west side? And look at this. The ranged Terminators got the cap on the VP. Double here for the blue team. Late game plays from Fritz. Might save his team here. These guys probably used their teleport to get to the VP though. So can they get away from two Nob squads? They can. There's a teleport. Triple cap for the blue team. Are you serious? Ziil getting some more Nobs. Avatar trying to tie up the Carnifex. A single cap for the blue. There's a no cap game now. It was the Warboss who got a decap there. You need to start capping, guys. Land Raider is up. There's a single now for the red team. Another Nob squad for Ziil. Avatar just killed some stuff without number again. Just trying to put pressure on the VP here. Mega Rumbler. Does it stop the cap though? Mega Rumbler is not stopping the cap. You have to knock stuff away from the VP to stop it. Even if they're on their back. If they're close enough, they can cap. Did stop it momentarily. Now it's an Autark trying to get it. 14-4. 1-to-1 cap. Bebop is floating resources, so is Techno. Everyone has tons of power. There wasn't a lot of power bashing in this game. And this is what it can lead to. Insane endgames. Assault Terminators. A fresh squad. Trying to get the cap. They're taking so much damage though. Let's use your choppers on the Stormboys. They get it. Can they teleport out? They don't need to. Blue team get the win with a 2-to-1 cap. Fritz basically won his team that game, I think. Got the cap with the Force Commander, then got the cap with these Terminators, and then at the end gets the cap with the fresh Assault Terminator squad. What an amazing victory. How did they hold on? It was crazy. 2Booty did a hell of a lot of work, you have to say. Carried his team because of how much they did on this west side. Level 10 Commissar, the level 7 Warp Spider, level 6 Warboss with heavy armor and stuff, level 10 Force Commander of course, level 10 Mekboy, and a level 8 Raven Alpha. What a hell of a game. Thank you for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.